Welcome back to Hot Rod Guy Garage, and today's episode is going to be a little different. We're going to install this radio. So stick with me through the intro, and I'll be back. And alright guys, today we're going to install this radio. The box is actually so big I can't hardly pick it up. But our friends over at One Car Radio sent me their new Octa double DIN touchscreen radio to try out. So today we're going to get this radio installed in Barney. So ignore the horrible looking headliner behind me. Pretty common on the 95 up Geo Metros. So this video, a lot of you are probably going to wonder, well, what's it take to pull a radio out of a Geo Metro without tearing everything up? So let me flip it around and I'll show you. And alright, I've already took this stuff loose. Most of where I can show you the screw holes. But if you're going to have this piece of trim around your radio like this, there's going to be 2 Phillips screws in this position here going upward. And when you pull the ashtray out down here, you're going to have 2 Phillips screws behind it. And once those Phillips screws are out, there's 4 total. You can literally just set this out of the way, unless you want to unplug your lighter socket. But it'll sit out of the way. And once you get it out of the way, the factory radio will have 4 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right there. You'll take them out, and then your radio's loose. This is actually a Vitara mount. The Vitara and Chevy Tracker mounts will work in the 95 up Metros and will allow you to put a double DIN in it. So as you can see, I've got a single DIN and a little cubby here that I've adapted. So let me get that out and we'll talk a little bit about wiring. And alright, you can see I got my radio out. One important thing on your factory radio, you are going to have a bracket back here. And that screw hole is accessed through the ashtray hole. It's right there, and that'll also be a Phillips head screw. But I don't have an adapter on this car. I hardwired the old radio in. So when you go to remove your radio, you're going to have an antenna wire, and you'll have a plug for the radio itself. It'll unplug it. If you're unlucky enough to not have the adapter harness, you'll have to hardwire that in. The wiring diagram is on the Geo Metro forums. It's pretty easy to do, pretty straightforward. So now that we got this out, I can remove this old plug right here, and our wire colors are pretty much going to match up to our new radio. Well, why are you changing the radio if you have a name brand head unit already in there? Well, this JVC does not have Bluetooth, which is a big thing nowadays that, you know, with the police and everything else, you really need hands-free for phone calls and stuff. So I wanted a Bluetooth radio that also had the capability of running the Torque app and stuff like that on it. And with the Android-based radios like this Octa is, and I'll show you the part number on it here in just a second, you can do those things. Pretty much you can mirror your phone straight on this radio. So this is the radio right here. It also has a forward camera capabilities and backup camera. It is HD with the RCA jacks. Bluetooth. It can use the USB and an SD card. And has a lot of features. But this right here is our part number right here, which is a DP-8060PB. It's an Android car radio. So I will drop a link to this down here in the description. So make sure you check out their website, because when I opened this up, I was pretty impressed with the quality. Now, to pre-warn you, I did already open this and kind of pre-look at everything. But it comes with any adapter you may need for the cameras or amps or rear outs or whatever. The harness for your radio, your Bluetooth, microphone, and GPS stuff is all right here. Your USB ends. You know, all that good stuff. And if we get down to the meat and potatoes here, this is what our new head unit's going to look like. So, before I get into the wiring, I'm going to get this head unit here into this cage. So watch along with me. Alright, now I've just started mounting our new radio. And as you see, these screws will go right in. It is important to note to use a little short machine screw here in these locations, because if you ram a big long screw in here or something that does not match these threads, you can actually damage your stereo. So basically, got that all mounted up. I'm going to test fit in the car before I start on the wiring, just to make sure our offset here is good. Well, the test fit went great. Actually, the offset's about perfect. It fits the bezel in the car absolutely flawless, which is surprising. So now we gotta get these bundles of snakes of wires attached to this radio, or at least the ones I'm going to use. So let's get to that process. So here comes one of my biggest complaints about most car radios, especially aftermarket stuff like this. You know, this is going to be our wiring diagram, which it's easy to match up these connectors, but if I take time just to show a picture or letter or number the bags, it would be a lot easier instead of having to consult your diagram. But there is a diagram, so that's positive. So these are going to be our Android audio, USB stuff, our CarPlay harness, and there's even a picture of that diagram on the radio itself. This stuff should be pretty easy. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to match up our plugs to where they go. I'm pretty sure these probably won't go but one spot. This one's going to go right here. Nope. It's going to go right there. So at least these connectors only go one way, and that will make this process easier. Like I said before, there is going to be some of this stuff I'm not going to use. So I'm going to fast forward through this part, because nobody wants to watch anybody digging through bags of harnesses and plugging them in. And I'll be back when I get done. So guys, I didn't show the wiring of the car itself, but I am going to drop a photo of the 95 up Geo Metro wiring diagram right here. All the wires on your radio are going to be labeled. Each one of these is individually labeled, and there's going to be some that you're not going to use. But so far, the installation was pretty straightforward, and I've got the radio in the dash. Unfortunately, I don't know if you can see behind me on the window, but it's starting to rain. So I'm outside, and it being automatic, I can't take the key out of the switch, and it's going to get miserable pretty quick. So I'm going to try to kind of fast forward through the rest of the install, and we get to the cool stuff that this radio actually does. Or does it? I don't know either. It's supposed to do a big bunch of cool stuff, so we'll see. So follow along with me. I'll flip it around and show you where I'm at right now and where I need to go. So, get the radio installed. If you don't have a bunch of stuff just everywhere by the time you wire a radio in, you're not doing it right, I don't guess. So, I got all the bundle of snakes of wires run through, and I'm left with these 3 USBs. I got the little microphone for the Bluetooth mounted up there, and the little GPS box thing that come with mounted up there, I guess for some kind of navigation. And yeah, this dash is rough, but I gotta figure out what I'm doing with these 3 USB wires, and get this bezel back on here and find a couple more screws, because this one only actually had 2. May just leave it like that for now. We'll just have to see. Well, I'm ready to turn the power on this thing. I'm equipped with our owner's manual and panel information, and a remote that come with it that I hope's got a battery in it. I'd assume. Let's start power this thing and see how it works. See how fast it loads up. That's a big thing I don't like about most cheaper style radios. The price point this radio's at, it should be pretty much an instant boot on type deal. The one I have in my 71 Torino was also an Android radio, doubled in like this, from a different manufacturer. And it literally takes that thing like 2 minutes to load. And it's kind of a hassle. So let's see what this one does. So, as usual, I really don't have nowhere to sit you guys, so I must take the battery cable off. So let me check. Yep, battery cable's off. Here's our annoying friend, a key buzzer. So let's cycle the switch on. Yeah, let's see. Okay, well, it finally powered on. And I guess we're loading. Okay. Now, see, this could be a minor annoyance to most people. There it goes. Now we're finally loading. Okay, well, let's see if we get a radio. We have radio noises. Does remote work? Nope. I don't know if it's got battery. No batteries in the remote. Okay. So this thing's supposed to be a touch screen, so see if we can get to make some kind of noise. We can't play it awful long because of copyright stuff, but on Sunday. Yep, we got there you go. Yep, we got noise and music. So let's turn that down and see if we can't figure out how to fly this spaceship into something else and see what kind of cool features we got. Let's see, main menu. So let's get a little home button. So here we are here. Let's go to apps. See what all we got. Well, we got Google Maps. Let's see if that works. So let's we'll just search for a zip code. We'll definitely get some. Yep, gotta have an internet connection for that to work. No, that ain't cool. Okay. Oh, look, it's got instructions on the screen. Oh, there's the owner's manual. Well, this may take a few days for me to figure out here. It does have a torque app, and ironically, Barney here has the dongle down there under the thing where I use the torque app on my phone. So I'll see if I can't get that set up here, and I'll be back. And alright, I went in here and set up some things on this. As you can see, our torque app is now working. I gotta go in here and still set up some stuff, but we do have the torque app live in Barney. So that'll take some tinkering. There's some more tinkery stuff I gotta do with this, but I got the Bluetooth set up, all that stuff, and you know, I have not figured out how to make it play Bluetooth music on my phone because the owner's manual is kind of wonky. But it shows you the stuff, but don't show you how to get there from here. So I'm not real, you know, savvy with this stuff. So I'll just have to figure it out. So wish me luck. Alright, now to sit here and familiarize myself with this thing a little bit, I figured out the Bluetooth thing. I figured out quite a bit of stuff about the radio. Uh, if you come over here to apps, you get a bunch of stuff: calendar, equalizer, front camera. If you installed it, auxiliary in, installers where you can download apps. Adobe Acrobat, you can get on Google Chrome. It's even got a calculator on it. But, there's a bunch of cool stuff on this radio if you take advantage of this stuff. You can even watch my videos on YouTube on your new radio. I don't know what Waze is. Let's click that. Okay, that's an adorable looking little guy. Still don't know what this stuff is, but I'm sure it's probably some kind of weird little app that I have absolutely no idea. Yeah. Oh, okay. So apparently it's some kind of map thing. So, I don't have it connected to any kind of internet or to my phone, so that's probably why we're there. But it's got a bunch of stuff, You got a telephone, Obviously your radio, which can't play that too long. You get hit for that copyright stuff that YouTube, like I said, is for. So, the car auto, navigation, all that good stuff's there. So, but like I said before, for navigation, you gotta be connected to, the internet. So, it's a pretty nice looking radio, and it does fit the hole. I've not tried to reboot it, see how long it takes to boot up the second time, but it seems like it come right on after the second boot up. So, maybe that's not going to be an issue. And it is literally pouring down rain at this time. I'm sure y'all hear it in this video, but I wanted to try to get this video pretty much wrapped up. As far as radio goes, I'm pretty happy with it so far. The only thing I'm not happy with is it didn't come no batteries for the remote. So, I need to get some batteries for this, so I'll see how it works. I'm going to sit down and do some more reading in my manual, figure some stuff out, but I got the Torque app up. I got music again. I can Bluetooth it off my phone. Pretty happy at that point. So, pretty cool radio. If you're interested in it, guys, check the link down in the description below. Check it out and make your own decision on what you want. But for, a 96 Geo Metro, this is a spaceship of a radio for it. So, it'll work. So, until next time, guys, I appreciate everybody that watches these videos. Make sure you hit that like button on your way out. Comment down below. And most importantly, if you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you at the next video. Thanks for watching.